Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Prestonsburg woman was arrested and charged with murdering her father. And a benefit concert in London is bringing music and meaning together to support tornado survivors.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee with you on this Wednesday, June 11th. It's 5:30 this morning. And Megan, I'm still not a fan of the fog or the mugginess. I think that's what's really getting me now. I don't like being, moist when I go outside.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. And unfortunately, the humidity is really going to come in full swing tomorrow, and temperatures will be much warmer tomorrow. So if you don't like today, just be prepared for what you can expect for on your Thursday. Let's talk about fog this morning, though, because it's not Amelia's favorite, and I'm sure it's not many of y'all's. As you head out the door, we're looking at dense fog, especially for our southwestern counties and our northern counties as we head towards Moorhead, 2.5 mile visibility. Now, the good news is it will be dry, though, so you got to take one or the other. It's going to be a little bit of a hot day, but at least it'll be a dry one. And then we'll see temperatures from the upper 50s and low 60s of this morning turn into the mid to upper 80s of this afternoon. We'll be seeing the warmest temperatures of the day as you head towards the afternoon, mainly around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock mark. And we're looking in between sunny skies and mostly sunny skies throughout the remainder of your day, and will stay dry even heading into your Thursday. Amelia.
One person is dead after drowning while kayaking on the North Fork of the Kentucky River. It happened at around 3:30 Sunday afternoon below the Woodland Park area in Hazard. I have those details. Game Warden Carl Smith with the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife tells me 2 people were kayaking, a 16-year-old girl and the man who died at the scene.
She was recovered from the waterway and she was transferred to the Hazard ARH with minor injuries.
Smith says at this time they believe the 2 were kayaking when they flipped over and went into the water right by the Lowhead Dam.
And where we've had water, a lot of rain stuff here in a few days, it's kind of just rolling over that dam and making kind of a small current there below the low water dam.
A Lowhead Dam is a man-made structure normally built across a river with water flowing over the top. Smith says with the current from this dam, it can be hard to get out of it if your boat does capsize, making it critical to use caution while in the water and to always have a personal flotation device on hand.
Just make sure that if you're going to be on a vessel, make sure you got your life jacket and just be aware of your surroundings, know where you're at. Don't try to go through no high waterways or rapid waterways. Just safety is the main thing.
Smith says at this point they do not believe there was a life jacket in the kayak at the time of the death. We did learn yesterday the man that died is 37-year-old Kevin Scott Sellers of Christopher in Perry County. His funeral will be Friday night at 7 at Engle Bowling Funeral Home in Hazard. The Prestonsburg woman was arrested Monday night, charged with murdering her father. Investigators with the Prestonsburg Police Department say 22-year-old Summer Adkins called 911 late Monday night, telling dispatch that she had shot her father. Once on the scene, first responders say they detained Adkins and found her father, 62-year-old Jimmy Harvey, dead, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Police Chief Ross Shurtleff says the motive and the events leading up to the murder are still under investigation.
We'll get all of the contributing factors for consideration by a 12-person grand jury, and they alone will determine if a prosecution is warranted beyond that level. Then we'll see what they say about that.
Adkins is expected to appear before a judge for a preliminary hearing next Monday at 1:30. A Madison County man pleaded guilty to knowingly and intentionally possessing a mixture or substance containing methamphetamine. George Anthony Walker of Richmond entered a guilty plea to the charge. The incident stems from when Walker was pulled over by police for speeding in March in Pikeville. Walker was indicted by a federal grand jury later in the month. Walker was previously convicted for a serious drug felony in Madison Circuit Court and could face anywhere between 10 years to life in prison. Folks are mourning the loss of an elementary student in Perry County. 11-year-old Zayn Lewis was a student at East Perry Elementary. According to Lewis's obituary provided by Maggard Funeral Home, it says he died on Sunday at UK Hospital in Lexington. Lewis's visitation is set for 4 until 8 today at Maggard's Mountain View Chapel. The funeral will be at noon tomorrow. This weekend, 25-year-old Michael Lubie died after a group of people went underwater while tubing on the Kentucky River in Franklin County. His family says he was wearing a life jacket, but deputies believe the waters were too strong. Canoe Kentucky is a canoe, kayak, and rafts rental service that runs tours on Elkhorn Creek in the Kentucky River. The general manager says incidents like these are why they push for safety.
What we look at is how fast the water's flowing. It sure is a great time, but it's what if you fall in the water. What do you do then? We always encourage folks to check the water conditions. That's not just what the water temperature might feel like. What is the flow rate? Are there any known hazards? Have they gone out and checked to make sure the passage is clear? And of course, checking your gear and equipment.
Yesterday's weather may seem like it was a beautiful day to hit the water, but Canoe Kentucky closed their rental portion because of potentially dangerous waters. Sanders says anyone is welcome to contact them for a second opinion on water conditions before heading out on their own. Well, it has been an incredibly wet start to our year, and this has posed some challenges for local crops. Kevin Evans, owner of Evans Orchard in Georgetown, says planting crops has been inconsistent. That's due to frequent rains. Scheduled planting has been all over the place. This includes crops like sweet corn.
All this rain we've had, we can't get in the fields to get, things planted, like, for an instance, sweet corn. Usually every 2 weeks we're planting corn. And this year it's about every 3 weeks, and then next time it's 10 days, and next time it's 7 days. It's erratic just because there's so much moisture in the ground.
Evans says crops like apples and strawberries can catch diseases much easier from excess rain. A national archery organization is hitting the mark when it comes to supporting tornado recovery in Laurel County. ASA Archery presented a $56,000 check to Martin's Peterbilt, helping fund ongoing tornado relief for families in the area. So far, more than 210 families have received financial assistance from the Martin's Peterbilt Tornado Fund. In total, nearly $700,000 is expected to be raised. They say it's all about giving back to the community.
Martin's Peterbilt's been in business, family owned, for 60 years. This is where we started from. Now we've got 6 locations across 2 states, and this is our home. This is where we started from, and we wanted to give back something to impact the community.
The fund has no deadline and applications are still being accepted. Checks will continue to go out as long as funding lasts. Details on how to apply will be on our website, WYMT.com. A Kentucky business is also giving back to victims of last month's tornado. Shop Local Kentucky raised about $150,000 from selling Kentucky Strong shirts. They presented a check to the governor yesterday morning. Since launching the Kentucky Strong initiative in 2017, the founder says they've raised more than $1.8 million for victims of the Commonwealth's natural disasters. A benefit concert in London is bringing music and meaning together to support tornado survivors. The City of London is reimagining their summer concert series on June 21st. Town Center Park will host a free concert featuring several bands and artists, including Lee Newton, Andrew Moore, and Hooch, Sneaky Pete, and more. $20 London Strong t-shirts will be sold, with all proceeds going to the United Way.
Andrew Moore and I just discussed it and thought that this would be a great opportunity to showcase some of our local talent and use their talents to help benefit our community and give the victims some, not only proceeds to help with rebuilding, but just something to help the community come together again.
The event runs from 2 till 10. At their last concert, they raised around $800 in t-shirt sales. A pop-up driver licensing clinic is opening one day next week in Wolfe County. Transportation Cabinet officials say that clinic will be open from 9:30 until 3 on June 18th. It'll be located in the old courtroom at the old courthouse in Campton. Folks can apply for a real ID, licenses, as well as replace or renew their driver's license or state ID card. Southern Baptist overwhelmingly endorsed a ban on gay marriage, including a call for a reversal of the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling 10 years ago legalizing it nationwide. They also called for legislators to curtail sports betting and to support policies that promote childbearing. The votes came during the annual meeting of the nation's largest Protestant denomination in Dallas. The Laurel County African American Heritage Center is inviting the community to celebrate Juneteenth with a full day of festivities this weekend. The second annual celebration will take place June 14th at Town Center Park in London. Organizers say they will have inflatables for kids, live music, spoken word performances, food, and a block party from 8 to 10. The event aims to honor Juneteenth's historical significance while bringing people together for a day of unity and fun.
I think it's important that we continue to celebrate it because I think it's important that we continue to talk about our history, but at the same time, take our history and move forward with it.
And that event is set for June 14th at 500 North Main Street. More details are available at lcaahc.org or on their Facebook page. Burger Week 2025 is underway in Corbin. Folks can go to the depot on Main to try the Beast, which is a half-pound fajita seasoned double smash burger smothered in queso cheese. That's just one example. For more information about what's on the menu, you can call the Corbin Tourism and Convention Commission at 606-528-8860. Burger Week runs through Sunday.